because I think I feel compelled that I need to say this and need to reiterate this. My messages for my hour of power and purpose, hour of power and praise, are for people, individuals who are looking to go, what I say, level up and go to the next level in their life. If you're someone who just need encouragement, if you're someone who is feeling down and needs someone to lift you up, it can serve as that. And I hope that anything I say or do, that's just my life journey, can help lift someone up, support them, and encourage them. That is part of my life journey. But my hour power of purpose and praise is specifically designed for individuals who are trying to go to the next level, who are trying to create the habits, create the plan, create the actionable plans where they can have measurable growth, measurable growth in their life. That's really what who is designed for. Because if you are watching my sessions, you will see and you will hear that there's a lot of call to actions. This is not just for someone to listen to and to say, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I feel alive. I feel encouraged and stuff like that. That's wonderful. But that's only one part of it. Now the onus, once you hear the message, is on you to take action for it to be meaningful enough that hopefully it can be an aha moment for those who need it. Ah, that's a great idea. Ah, I'm going to try that. Ah, I'm going to start writing things down. Ah, that's a great strategy, a great tactic. Ah, I'm going to start meditating a little more and taking time for myself. That's the purpose of it. If it's going to hit the purpose, hit the point, make the difference, then that is the purpose of the hour of power. And I just wanted to share that and be clear. Because we got a powerful session. And this powerful session is no different than any other session. It's going to be a powerful session that's going to make you think. It's going to touch you emotionally, sometimes touch me emotionally. But again, in the end, there'll be a call to action. And there'll be actionable plans that you need to do for yourself to level up. So let's get into it. Let me get my equipment in place. I love this. Yes, indeed. This is going to be fantastic session. So anyway, as I've been doing and my last several sessions, and this will be what we're doing going forward, is we're going back to go forward. Because you'll see that every session is almost layered, layer over layer. One thing sits on top of the other thing, sits on top of the other, and they're all interconnected. Every message is interconnected and intertwined in some way, shape, or form to the next message. So my last session was a fantastic message about encouragement and encouraging any individual to look at the things that happen in their life, the things that may have served as something that can scar them, and use it as a celebration. Celebration about your life, about your journey, a learning point. where you could take away something like that and turn it into something more powerful. It was called broken vessels. No longer living life like a broken vessel, choosing to live life fully and free. And it was a powerful message that I am going to just gloss over because it was that powerful. And you'll see how it is especially interwoven and intertwined in tonight's message. So let's get into it, shall we? So, as we speak about broken vessels, let's talk about being full. Full doesn't mean being busy. Full doesn't mean having everything figured out. I have yet to meet someone that way. Full means you are living in alignment with your truth. You're not leaking your energy into fear, doubt, or shame. You are full when you are connected. So one will ask, connected. Connected to what? We're all interconnected to something. Connected to your source. Connected to your purpose. Connected to your peace. And here's the sacred truth. You don't need to be perfect to be full. You just need to be open, ready to receive all that life has to offer. When the vessel is open, the divine can pour in. That's the beauty of surrender. That's the secret of freedom. To stop trying to fix yourself and start allowing yourself to be held and be whole. Imagine this: a golden light pouring gently from above, flowing through the crown of your head, down through your body, filling every space where pain once lived. It fills your heart. It fills your mind. It fills your soul. You are no longer empty. You are no longer broken. You are full of divine light, glowing, grounded, whole. If you can, just feel the fullness of being returning. It's coming down and it's filling you. Let's stay in that space. Let's stay in that moment. Let's breathe. Let's receive. Let's believe. The whole purpose of identifying those cracks and imperfections in our life and filling them with light from above is to celebrate that not only did we go through something, but we came through something. And now we're on the other side. We're on the other side living fully and free. When you decide to stop living like a broken vessel, you reclaim your birthright, which is freedom. Freedom to love without fear. Freedom to create without apologies. This is the importance of freedom. Freedom to create and live without shrinking yourself to make others feel better. You no longer identify with the cracks. You embody the light that shines through you, illuminates you. And that, family, friends, beloved, is what living fully and free is all about. It's not about having a perfect story, perfect life, impossible. It's about living truthfully within your life. It's about walking in grace with your head held high, knowing you have survived what tried to shatter you and you came out golden, allowing the divine golden light to shine through. So as you move forward from this moment, let this affirmation guide your steps. You can say this out loud. You can say it to yourself, or you can say it in your spirit and consciousness. I am no longer a broken vessel. I am a divine creation, whole and filled with the golden light. I live fully. I live freely. I live as love. Let that sit with you. And when you have to, repeat those things to yourself, because we all get high, we all get up. Sometimes we get mellow, and then sometimes we get down. And sometimes we got to remind ourselves of these things. That's the purpose of affirmation, that in those moments when we got to remind ourselves, remind you who you are. So let's sit with that. Let it wash over your spirit. Let it awaken the fullness of who you are. Because you were never broken. You were simply becoming. And now you're free. That was the last message, and it was a powerful one, as you can see. It was called Broken Vessels. And I was happy that I had the chance to share that. But when we think about the premise of imperfections, broken vessel, those cracks, filling it with the golden light that now makes you whole and free. Now what? What do we do with that? Where do we go with that? Now that we are there, now that we know that. Now you have to have the courage to choose joy. That's tonight's session. The courage to choose joy, living life with joy and leaving the burdens behind. Welcome to the Hour of Power and Praise with D.E. Wilder. I am D.E. Wilder, and we are living life with power, passion, personal growth, and most of all, purpose. Let us give thanks to all things, especially the small things. Let's celebrate everyday's blessings and the beauty that surrounds us. Let the light and let's celebrate the constant beauty and quiet miracles that makes life so uniquely precious. Simply put, let's just give thanks for the small things. Small blessings. They matter so much. So, welcome, family, friends, and beloved. Today, we are not here for just another conversation. We are here for a shift, movement, pivot, a decision, a sacred moment, because every now and then, life invites us to step out of survival mode and step into joy. Not temporary happiness, not surface level positivity, not pretending that everything is okay. I'm talking about something deeper, much deeper. living with joy, radiating joy, choosing joy, even after pain, even after betrayal, even after the long nights and silent battles nobody knows about. Family, friends, and beloved. Too many of us have been carrying burdens that don't belong to us anymore. And we have to learn and have courage to let those burdens go. Burdens from the past, burdens from our mistakes, burdens from people who didn't even know how to love us, burdens from fear, burdens from what we were taught we had to carry. But not today, not anymore. Because today we begin the journey of letting those burdens go. Stay with me. This is going to be powerful and freeing. The truth about joy. Let's start here. Joy is not a reward. Joy is not something that we earn when life is finally perfect. Joy is our birthright. Joy is spiritual power. And when we choose joy, we're not being naive. We're simply being free. But here is the truth no one likes to admit. A lot of people don't know how to live in joy because they've gotten used to carrying pain, thus carrying the burden. Some of us have been carrying pain so long, we start calling it normal. We accepted that this is just my life. We got comfortable being too busy, too stressed, too guarded, too tired, too distracted. Somewhere along the way, we forgot who we are. But today, in this divine moment, we have an opportunity to remember who we are. Let's have a check-in with ourselves. Before we go any deeper, I want us to get honest, because transformation doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with truth. So let me ask you this, simply put. Are we carrying something that we never put down? Have you been saying, I'm fine, when your soul has been whispering, I'm tired? Have you been showing up for everybody else except yourself? Have you been surviving life instead of fully living life? This is not judgment. Of course, I'm not judging. But don't judge yourself. Be kind and graceful. This is simply awakening. Because when we see what we are carrying, we can finally choose to let it go. Now we're facing a battle, because now you want to let it go. And the battle is joy versus burdens. Let's talk about the difference between people who live with joy and people who choose to live with burdens. People who live with burdens feel weighted down. People who live with joy feel lifted up. Burden living says things like Life is happening to me. Joyful living says things like, life is happening through me. Burdens make us hold on. Joy teaches us to let go. And today, a real question isn't, do we want joy? Because everybody should want joy. That would be a silly question. The real question is, are you willing to release what blocks your joy? Now the onus comes back on you. Because joy is not found by adding more to your life. Joy is found by releasing what no longer belongs in your life. As I say, joy versus burden. Now we face a moment of decisions. You have to choose joy. Joy already chose you, but now you have to choose joy. Right here, right now, we choose not to carry what has been carrying us. We choose not to drag yesterday into tomorrow. We choose not to keep shrinking our spirit just to keep other people comfortable. Say this with me. I am ready to release everything that does not honor my joy. I am willing to live free because I choose joy. Let that sit with your spirit for a minute. Because once you have made a declaration that I choose joy, now the real work begins. Over the next few moments, we are going to go layer by layer. We're going to talk about the emotional burdens, mental burdens, spiritual burdens, even silent battles and unspoken wounds. The burdens we don't speak about. We all carry those. Because joy is not possible without us deciding to release. And release requires courage. Thus why this session is called Courage to Choose Joy. But before we begin releasing anything, we must first understand